Hey, welcome back to my channel. Appreciate your time. Just wanted to go through some things real quick on the Mamba F405 Mini Power Tower. So this is the Mamba Mini stack flight controller ESC underneath. So basically this is my 3-inch that I had built, and recently, probably the last, 20 packs I've put through it, I've been kind of having some intermittent issues. I would do basically a full punch out, and I would do like an axial roll. Instead of doing a flip or a roll, I would do kind of both, leaning into the corner. It's just a really gnarly look, but it's pretty, the G-forces on the components inside are pretty rough. But basically, I would have an issue. Once in a while, it would just flip this way, opposite of the way I'm telling it to. And I thought I was having some issues with the RXSR. I thought I was having, some fail-safe issues. But every time it happened, this motor would quit, or something would happen, because it would always flip the opposite direction. This end would go down, this end would come up. But that was opposite of what I was telling it to do. So I've kind of got it on the bench. I've gone through all kinds of making sure all my connections are nice and tight, making sure all my solder joints are perfect. All my grounds are good. I thought about maybe even adding a ground strap or changing out the RXSR. But as I'm digging around, let me get a close-up here. What I found was, this is the extra wire harness. This is the wire harness that I had in it. I have the extra one now in here, but this is the harness that I was using. And as I'm going through, I got motor force signal wire. Look at that. It just popped right out. So let's say I'm doing a pretty heavy maneuver. This would just pop out enough and then go back in. I mean, it's completely loose. The pin is still in there securely, but this wire, for who knows how long, was doing that. It's caused you to crash, that's for sure. But that wire just, as you're doing a pretty heavy roll or flip, it must just give it enough G-force to disconnect and then reconnect. So it was so intermittent. It would fly around just fine, but when I did a real heavy flip, or my rates are pretty high, so this thing would, flip around pretty fast, or I would do 3 or 4 flips and then, roll out of it or something. This would come out and it would cause me to crash. But I just wanted to show you, in case you're having some issues, go through this harness, pull on each one of these, just a little tug, just to see, to make sure because it was nothing for me to just pull that right out of there. So just go through this harness and make sure all those are connected well. Now I have the extra wire harness that they supply you with. So fortunately there's they give you an extra one. So, but this harness here, I'm going to remake it. And basically I've gotten from Ready Made RC a long time ago. I would imagine. I'll look to see if they still sell this, but this is silicon wire. See, this here is, these are made of plastic. These wires are plastic, and they're pretty rigid. So here's all the pins you need. They give you a bag of pins here, so you can make your own harness with silicon. And that's what I plan on doing. I'll replace this extra one. I'll put it off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and use this one for now, but yeah, I just wanted to show you that was coming out of the flight controller. This Molex goes to the flight controller. So hopefully issue solved. I'll get it back together and make sure before I post the video that this thing's flying well. But I think I might have finally figured out what my intermittent issue was with this thing. So appreciate your time. I hope that will help out somebody out there. And if you have the little, the Mamba Mini, check that harness. Make sure it's still doing what it's supposed to do. Have a good one.